Today we are going to work the split release. So we're going to use this against a defender who's playing a tight press man on us at the line of scrimmage when we don't want to waste any time. So this is going to allow us to come to balance and very quickly beat that defender off the line and get into our route. The biggest key on the split release is to be very sudden. So we want to be able to be in that receiver stance, put those feet in the ground and explode off the ball. That all starts with our lower body. So this first drill we're going to do is going to focus on that. We're going to have our feet right next to one another, just practicing putting those things in the ground quickly. I don't want to see you raise up at all. I don't want to see you jump up. All of your movement should be going down. This is a very quick, sudden, putting those feet in the ground, right there. Feeling those things slam about a little bit wider than shoulder width apart, putting us in that nice square stance. We're going to hit 8 of these and then we'll move on to the next progression. The next piece in that lower body progression is to actually be able to move ourselves laterally off the ball to beat that defender. How we're going to work that is just putting 2 cones 5 yards apart using that same stance. So this time when I drop, I want to see you push yourself towards that opposite cone. I'm going to slow it down for you right here. You can see when I drop, the foot that's pushing is actually hitting just a little bit before the other foot. So watch here, it's hitting just a little bit before. I'm staying in that same stance, dropping, pushing off, right there. Once we hit this cone, we're just gonna move back, dropping, putting all those cleats in the ground to be able to push myself laterally. Let's go back and forth a few times, just really getting a good feel for that lateral movement, and then we'll move on to the next. The next piece of the split release is to freeze that defender with our upper body. And how we're gonna do that is just giving a very slight movement opposite the direction of where we're going. So if I'm releasing this way, I'm just gonna feel that little twist away from it to freeze that defender's feet and beat him off the line. Right there, beating him very quickly. How we're gonna work on that is just getting back to that initial drill where we are dropping and now we're gonna work that slight twist. So all these releases, I'm gonna think I'm going this way, just dropping, feeling that slight twist towards the opposite cone. I want you to hit 5 each direction. So there's 5 going this way, and now I'm gonna go the opposite way. Feeling that slight movement. And I want all of this to be in sync. I don't want you to hit and then twist. I want everything to be very in sync. Feeling that twist with the feet slamming into the ground. Now we're gonna bounce back to those 5-yard cones, feeling our feet violently go into the ground, moving us in one direction while using that slight upper body twist. So I'm just gonna be right here, going this way, feeling myself twist opposite the direction I'm going. Coming back, I'm gonna twist in this direction. Just feeling all of those movements combined together. This might feel a little bit awkward, so I really want you to go through this a few times until we feel good about all of those body parts moving together. The last piece before moving into the receiver stance is to add that shoulder dip. So we're gonna be back on our initial cones, feeling those feet go into the ground, feeling the twist, and now we're gonna add the shoulder dip with that hand reaching to the opposite cone. So we're just gonna be right here, all in one movement, feeling those feet, twist, reach. Feet, twist, reach, smoothing it all out. Right there. Why we want to dip that shoulder is to reduce the surface area. When a defender goes to put his hands on, we're right here giving him nothing to actually hit. Right there, reducing that surface area. Once I get about 5 to 8 in one direction, I'm just gonna switch ways. Right there. Feeling that twist, feeling those feet, all of our movement is going down into the ground. Once you get 5 to 8 on each side, we'll move into that receiver stance. Now we get to move into that wide receiver stance and put everything together. So I'm in my stance, my left foot's up, and I'm also going to release towards the left. For you, I want you to feel those feet in the ground, that twist, that reach, and then we're going to add the foot. Don't worry about that right now. Feel that twist, reach, out of the receiver stance, twist, reach. Feeling that thing, twist, reach. Once you have a good feel of that, we're gonna add that step across. So on the split release, when we release, this foot is actually stepping across. This is how we're gonna get out of that thing quickly. So feeling that foot step across to the opposite cone. Now we're putting all of that together. Feet, twist, reach with the foot. Once I feel a few going that way, I'm gonna switch directions. Same foot is up. Right there. Feeling that. Once we get all of our reps on one foot going both ways, let's switch feet. Feel it going both ways there. Then we'll move on to the last part. The final piece to wrap it all up is to actually burst off that ball. So we need to put everything that we have learned thus far, put it all together, and then add that burst. So for you, I want you to think about putting those feet, getting that subtle twist, arm, and then stepping across. All of that, and now we're running off the ball. So I'm gonna do one pretty slow. I like to use a pull or something where I can really feel myself dip and rip, simulating that defender reaching out. Right here, feet, twist, step across, speeding it up. Right there. Now we're gonna add that burst. Feeling that very quick and sudden movement. Gonna hit one more here. Once we hit about 5 on one side, let's switch it over to that other side. Feeling ourselves get off the ball quick, dip that shoulder, burst, and that's all I have for you today. I hope that helps with your split release. Appreciate you watching.